If you want to eat a delicious plate like this is alcapurria for the Puerto Ricans that know it. Look at how delicious. It's stuffed with meat. It's made delicious. Just follow this recipe and you will find out what they are. But in Spanish they're called alcapurrias. Alcapurrias. So these are the ingredients to make our batter for our alcapurrias. And we're going to use a sazon. It's a coloring seasoning for our batter. You don't want to put too much coloring on it. Only one envelope is perfectly fine. Otherwise, it'll be too dark. If you use two envelopes or add more on it, more coloring, it'll make your alcapurria look burned, and you don't want that to look like that. You want your alcapurria to have a brown, crispy color. So we're gonna need that coloring season if you want to. We're gonna use garlic powder. We're gonna use salt. We're gonna need one green plantain, one jaustilla. This is it's from an elephant plant, the stem. We eat the roots, and so it's really delicious. We boil it with like if it was a potato, but you know, each one has their own taste. But we like to eat this, and we have these in Puerto Rico a lot. And you're gonna need your 12 bananas, and what we're gonna do is peel them all, cut them in little tiny pieces, and use it in our food processor. So we could make our batter. We're going to do the same thing with this, with the plantain and the jaustilla as well. We're going to cut it and put it all together, and we're going to mix it in this food processor. And I just love my little kitty with my cookers. I just love it. So these are the ingredients to make our alcapurrias, the alcapurria batter at Cooking Chili with Sammy. So this is how we're going to peel our green bananas. We're going to cut the ends like that. The other ends like this. Then we're going to make a slit. Not too deep. Just as long as you hear that cracking noise. Not too big. And then with the help of a butter knife, we're going to cut it. We're going to go like this on the edges. And we're going to continue peeling like that. See how it's coming out so easy? I'm not having no problems. See? See how I peel it? With the help of a butter knife. People use hot water, and I don't like to use hot water because the bananas would tend to become sweet, and we don't want that to happen. We want our banana as green as possible. Okay? Simple. So I'm going to peel them all like that, including the plantain. See? I peeled it, this black stuff. I remove it. See? I remove all that, and my cat is making noise with the door. I remove all that, and I will show you the following process. I'm gonna cut them all in little tiny pieces, so it will be good for the food processor, like this, in pieces. The same thing with the plantain. You cut the edges with the plantain. You make the slit like that, and you peel it with the help of a butter knife. You peel it off. And the jaustilla, you peel it like a potato. You take a potato peeler and you just peel it and you cut it in tiny pieces. So I should return back with the following process at Cooking Chili with Sammy. So as you see, I already cut the green bananas already, and I peeled them all. That's the peels. And now we're gonna put it in the food processor. So now we're gonna put them in the food processor. My hands are clean, so you know, put some of it to make our batter. We're gonna add the half of it because the whole thing doesn't fit there of sazon. Half of it of sazon. A little bit of garlic powder, splash. You do it on your own taste. A little bit of salt at your own taste. Because remember, we're going to make the meat, and the meat is going to also have salt. cup. I always get this all confused, of course. I always get this confused. And that's the way it goes. And then what we do, we add more. Look at how nice that looks. Look at that texture. That's what you're looking for. Okay? So I'm gonna grind it all, and then I will show you the following process at Cooking Totally with Sammy. So now I have the batter done, as you see. See, and it have consistency. That's why you have to put a plantain on it, because the plantain will make it, it will give it structure and also the tortilla. But see, now it's easy to work with. Now I'm gonna show you the following process at Cooking Totally with Sammy. So I took parchment paper, and I took it out like this. I folded it in half like this. Fold it in half like that, and make a marking on it, and then I cut it in these tiny pieces, these little squares, because we're gonna put our batter in like this. We're gonna put it in here like this. We're gonna put our meat on top of it, and then we're gonna bend it, and then with that we're gonna work it, how to close them, and then I will show you the following process at Cooking Totally with Sammy. I cooked the meat already, the ground meat. Make sure that if there was any excess fat, remove it. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add, I got cilantro and culantro. Culantro is the long leaf, but I will show you on the picture. And I got green pepper, red pepper, and I have onions. We're gonna put it all together. Put it all together. I'm going to lower the fire down because I had it on high. Now we're going to lower the fire to low medium. All this meat together with the veggies. See, I don't cook the meat raw with the veggies because I don't want no whole bunch of grease on my veggies. I remove the oil, the grease first, then I cook the meat. Once the meat is already cooked, then I add the veggies. Now we're going to have a pinch of salt, splash of salt around. I don't cook with too much salt because I don't like it. It's not good for your kidneys. I'm going to use a little bit of splash of cumin. Splash of oregano powder, and we're going to add some splash of a garlic powder. And we mix. Now this is optional. I like to put olives on my meat. Green stuffed olives. So I'll add like a spoonful. I'll add a little bit more. Now we add a spoon of tomato paste, or you could do tomato sauce. I put half of the can if you want your meat to be creamy. Yeah, I'm not putting water on it because I don't want it to be watery, you know. That's why I haven't put no water on it, because you cannot have it watery. You want your meat to be a little dry. The veggies will give it its water once it starts to cook. Then in the end, we're going to put a little bit of sazon. with a little bit of sazon. That's to give it coloring. It's real good. Has seasoning as well. The batter, the batter, I already put it in the refrigerator so it will have consistency. I don't know how you say it. So it could stay firm. Let's put it that way. How about that, guys, huh? Okay, so, and this is what you do with your meat. Now, I want to taste it. You see, I didn't put no water on it because I didn't want to put no water because you don't want your meat to be watery when you're making these alcapurrias. You want to cook the whole thing real good. But once the meat everything is already cooked, you mix together. I'm going to taste it to see if I need any salt. Here I am. Just a tiny bit. Not much. That's enough. People say, oh, it's too dry with all that dry meat. It's too dry. No, it's not dry. This is how you do it. People do it with a lot of sauce on it, and when they're making them, the sauce goes all over the paper and it falls all apart. You don't want that to happen. So, you're going to cover it. Let it simmer at least for 15 minutes. Then I will show you the following process at Cooking Totally with Sammy. So as you see, the meat is already done. It looks delicious. Look at that meat. How wonderful. So what we're going to do now, see it, it's not watery or nothing. It's nice and creamy, and that's how you want it. You don't want it too over wet. You want it a dry creamy meat. So what we're going to do, I'm going to smash it down a little bit, and you have to let this meat cool down in order for us to work with it. So we're going to leave it here with the lid off and let it cool off. And I should return back making the alcapurrias at Cooking Totally with Sammy. Okay, so see, I got the piece of paper here. We're going to spray with a non-stick sprayer. And we're going to take, this is the banana batter. We're going to take a spoonful and we're going to flatten it like that. Okay, I'm going to flatten it like that with that spoon. See how I flatten it? And we're going to add the meat. Now remember, you can't put too much meat, because if you put too much meat, it will fall all up. It will be hard to cook, you know, and I don't like to make them too big. Once I put the meat on it, I fold it like this in half, like a taco. See? Fold it in half. Then I go like this to it. I go like this to it. Then with the help of a spoon, see how I open it with the help of a spoon, because it still breaks, see? I'm going to form it with the help of a spoon. If you need to add more, you can. See? If you need to add more, you can. See? I'm adding more because I want to shape it. I want to shape it so we could be able to fry it. Okay? That's how you shape it. Okay. That's why you can't put too much meat, because then it'll be all over everywhere. Okay? It's all. See how I shaped it? And we're gonna wait till the oil to get. And that's how you make your alcapurria. Then I will show you the following process at Cooking Totally with Sammy. I made one here. I got two. So I tested the oil. The oil is hot, and we're going to put our first one in. without breaking it. Just slide it through. Slide it through. And there it went in. Now you want it on a high fire, but then once it's already inside, you put it in a medium high. Because you don't want it too high, otherwise it will burn. You know? They're not easy to put, but as they get too soft. And you slide it in. Okay. Then once it starts to float up, it's because it's almost done. See? It's already floating up. It looks wonderful, guys. Oh my. Look at that. How beautiful. That cooking totally with Sammy. These are alcapurrias. See, once it floats up, it's almost done. See how it's floating? See how it's floating? Look at this. Look at this, how wonderful this alcapurria looks, guys. Okay? Full with meat. And you see it doesn't look black, it doesn't even look burnt or nothing. This one is looking wonderful. You turn it around. And you do all that process until it's finally, and then you're going to put it in a. So once I take them out, you see how it looks caramelized? But you want to still continue on cooking it until they completely are cooked. Because remember, they also have to be cooked inside. So I will show you the final plate at Cooking Totally with Sammy. This is how you make your alcapurrias. Also do them with cheese as well. I'll show you as well. You can also do it with cheese. Spread it a little bit. Okay, like that. And we're going to take the cheese right there. Take the cheese right here. I'm going to put some cheese over here like this, like a little bit like that. Real cheddar cheese. They do come out good too. Enough cheese, it could be real nice and juicy. And you take it and you fold it like a taco. Like a taco. See the cheese? Fold it like a taco. And you shape it a little bit here on the bottom. You start shaping it. It's so easy with the paper, you know. So I recommend you to do it with the paper like I'm doing it. Because it's more easier. You can form it better. You know? Form it better. Like I said, if it breaks, it breaks. So you can still form it with your spoon. See? It actually looks like a taco. So then I form it with my spoon. Yeah. It's a little hard work, but it pays off once you do it. Once you get a habit, I'm already used to it. Because I do this for a long time. We do this for for Christmas or for any special holiday or, or just to, even to hang around the house, that's all, with the family, So, now I'm going to fry it. See how it looks? And I'm going to fry it and then I'll show you the final plate of the cheese one. And this is how it came out, and let's open it. Look at the result of this when you do it with cheese as well. Look at how delicious that looks, guys. Look at this. Look at that. How delicious that looks. I'm gonna enjoy this while I finish this video, guys. So we have to do our testing, right? With our alcapurrias. I don't know what's wrong with the light, but it keeps changing, different type. So let's try it out at Cooking Totally with Sammy. Let's eat this one, huh? Simply delicious. Don't know what's going on with the color, but simply delicious. Simply delicious. I'm gonna take another bite of this alcapurria. Mmm. All that meat. Mmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Delicious. Just do it, follow this recipe, and you will love it. A lot of people ask me for this recipe, so I decided to do it. At Cooking Totally with Sammy. I haven't been around for a while because I've been busy doing some construction work at our home. So, but I'm back and here I am. I don't know what's wrong with the lighting, but it's okay. I always have problems. But this recipe is real good, guys. You need to make it at Cooking Totally with Sammy. So take care, guys. This is all for now. Until next time, peace and love. Always say no to negative and yes to positive. Take care.